So we're just going to talk about superheroes and that type of thing that were not created in comic. Their foundation, their creation was outside of the comics. They were made for film, made for TV. I'm even going to bring up one, for instance, that was made for radio. So there's some cool times that superheroes were made, and they weren't from the comics. Some of them even evolved into comics, which is kind of neat in itself. So that's what uh that's what we were kind of bringing up today.
Fuck, I didn't have it ready.
Yeah, well, we're gonna talk about shows, TV shows, movies, that type of thing in our what's that?
The intro We're doing great, guys. All right,
I don't
guys.
know when things happen.
Mariah Bane, what are we talking about today? Perfect. We can't be bothered to restart. We couldn't possibly. Let's just
keep going.
This is great.
We're just going. Anyway, we're gonna.
Oh boy.
Anyway, a movie that kind of kicked off this
Inspired
discussion in a previous chat we had was Chronicle, the one there up on the background there on our Twitch. That was a great movie. I really liked it. It kind of had that found footage feel. It's kind of a classic tale of power corrupting. You got three guys get some superpowers, and one starts to slowly, be a little too cavalier with his powers to the point where he's starting to almost, where it's falling down all over. The movie Falling Down. It's just for a while you're like, yeah, that's what I would do. That's what I would do, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh no, and you're just wanting to turn away. So
I think Chronicle was actually, there were some interesting levels of that movie. It wasn't just straight a superhero movie. We're a little jaded with the dark Superman kind of play on like evil superheroes, but at the time Chronicle released, that wasn't as popular or as seen. And I think I missed a little bit by watching this so late. In these I watched it more recently, so I've seen this done a lot, but looking at the time that it was created, it was a lot more original of a concept, and so with that in mind, I think it is a good movie. It is interesting. There's some flaws with it, I think, but I think they did a good job showing some of the antisocial kind of personality quirks of the main character early in the film. He's always separating himself from everybody with the camera, in a lot of ways. He's engaging in what's going on, but he's not really as emotionally invested as he's really just playing it out for film, which works to the found footage kind of vibe they were going to. It makes sense. And further kind of works for his descent. But I think they kind of did the nature nurture thing with that movie a little bit, where, you had a rough background. And the problem I see with that is, a lot of the times you see people like that ending up more empathetic you see somebody, maybe the jock character might have been the more psychopathic type of character that kind of shook out of that. But I could also see it, played out in different ways, and this is the direction they took it. So overall, I thought it was a good movie. It was a good fun watch.
Yeah, I mean, there's I think there's varying levels of what you were kind of getting at there. Someone who's been through like that kind of life and has had that almost like oppression, or like that other people are kind of imposing their will upon them. A lot of times they do have more empathy for that, but sometimes it crosses over. They've been so crushed where it actually starts transforming them into something that has to be so protective. It's like growing spikes.
Yeah,
it's a protective measure, but it becomes so mentally damaging that it's hard to come back from sometimes. Hopefully, hopefully people don't get to that point, but it obviously does happen.
Yeah.
But you're right in that the people that are more susceptible to that kind of treatment oftentimes start off as more empathic people, or kinder, a little gentler maybe. but they can be pushed, and it's anything in pushed into a corner too hard can be, turn a little feral, and not everything can come back from it. So, but I do know what you mean. In a way, it was almost like in the time during that time that show came out, I could almost see it being a little too stereotypical of the kid who doesn't fit in being the one who turns dark and evil, and he's the one we should suspect for everything.
Yeah,
there was a lot of horse shit with that too. So I know exactly what you mean, but
yeah. And if you think, how is everybody that gets powers going to be Superman? Superman is the absolute good. He never wants to be bad. Like on a given day, humans, we all have a bad thought here and there. I mean,
what do you
what
mean?
makes it, if you actually have the ability to go after your, say, your bully, that you don't take that opportunity? How do you say, all right, he's been mean to me my whole life. Now I have the power to do something about it, but I'm not going to. Like, it's the Peter Parker thing. With great power becomes great responsibility. But in the back of your head, like, hate that guy. So I mean,
and there's varying levels of that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And that's what I was saying. Like, for a while you're like rooting for it, and then you start to, and everybody has a different point when they start to go the other direction.
Yeah.
Like, I sure as shit would have thrown that car off the side of the road that was chasing them.
Yeah,
I know, right?
They were playing a little fast and loose, kind of like teenagers would, right? So, like, I could see like a dumb younger version of John. Like, I know there was a time where there was a guy chasing Wayne while my brother and I were in the bed of his truck, right? Okay. I would have tossed his ass off the freaking median too, but also, oh shit, we really fucked up. We better go take this guy out of the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've literally had people in the car with me tell me that it's a good thing I don't have force powers. Because I would be like moving people right out of the way. I'd be spreading the current. I'd be like, no.
Oh man, imagine being Italian with these powers. You're driving with your hands all the while, dude. Just sending people everywhere.
That's great.
That person going 40 miles per hour in a 65 in the fast lane, like, just go.
Yep. A bad time. It would be a bad time for me to have any kind of strong telekinetic or force power, because I'm sure as shit moving them.
Because obviously, I would like to think I would be the Superman type. I would just do good. I would like to think that.
Yeah. I think you would. I genuinely do. But hey, any three people get superpower randomly. I mean, there's a real chance that one of them take it in a bad direction.
That's right. Yeah, like I don't think I would be the Superman type, but I don't think that I would be. I don't think I would use it for anything evil or or malignant. I mean, I wouldn't be like that, but I would definitely take a harder edge. I mean, I at one point in time considered being a police officer, believe it or not, when I was younger, and realizing myself that I didn't have the temperament for it. You need a certain type of temperament, and I don't have the right temperament for it. I recognize that about myself. I see something bad happen. I'm just going to be like, well, this just needs handled, and that's not the job.
That's not necessarily what. Yeah.
Yes. So it was not for me, but I mean, it's just
not to pat myself on the back, but I think my even keel temperament is perfect to be a police officer, because I really am the nice guy. Like, people say all the time, nobody hates Wayne. Or if the 5 people that have ever seen me get mad at work, they'll laugh at me because, like, what the hell just happened?
Unlike, and just like anything else, you're not solely defined by any one aspect of who you are. Some people start to like define themselves from one aspect, whether it be being a police officer or anything. And I think anytime you do that, it starts leaning towards a certain kind of fanaticism almost, because you're like almost becoming trying to become this singular thing and doing everything you can to define yourself that way. And I don't think that's healthy for any kind of job or persona type or lifestyle or anything. So
absolutely.
John.
Yeah, Laura definitely. She'd be out there singing to the animals. She's got that morning temperament that not many people can deal with. She's just out there singing to the animals. They're coming over to the ridge. She's baking a pie. The whole 9 yards. Just
little bluebird sitting there.
Yeah, exactly. A little bluebird, a little chunky bluebird on her shoulder.
That is something I cannot compare to. Brandy is definitely a morning. Once the light shines in her eyes, she's got to get up. She has to have her coffee, sit on the couch. Me, I have to be at work at 7:00. I'll wake up at 6. Just leave me alone.
Yep. Oh, how can I squeeze more sleep out of this moment?
That's right. If I can make my morning 6:15, I'm going to do it.
And make my morning as hectic as fucking possible. Like, right. I have enough time for exactly one minor emergency. Otherwise, I'm going to be fucking late to work.
I don't
plan for the emergency.
I always make it work.
If you change my routine at all in the morning, I'm probably fucking it up. It's happening.
Something's getting fucked up.
So if you want me to do something, plan it ahead the next or the prior night, or talk to me in the afternoon when I get off work.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's probably getting messed up.
Yeah.
The same way, but mine's not because I want to maximize sleep. Mine's because I want all of my free time in one chunk all together.
That's fair.
So I don't want to split it up. I don't know that if I have to go to work and I'm sitting there for 2 hours sipping my coffee, whatever, all I'm doing is fucking dreading that I'm going to work. I'm like, just hating life. So
I got at least one bitching of my insulin pump that I can deal with in the mornings. That's what I plan for.
Nope.
Yeah, so
I don't have time. I don't have time for it.
But wheeling back from our little squirreling off there, I think Chronicle was a great movie to kind of kick off this topic, and we all watch that to be prepared for this. But I'm excited to hear because it sounds like each of us kind of have a wild card for this category. I think that's pretty sweet that we all kind of found some interesting movies that maybe kind of squeak their way into this category. I know there's a lot of recommendations online, but it sounds like Wayne found one a new hero that I'd never heard of before, and I'm interested to hear more of. We have a 90s action hero, and I got one, and Mariah Bain, I think you brought something up, so yeah.
You must be talking about a Meteor Man.
Oh, Meteor Man, yeah.
Did you watch Meteor Man?
Oh, yeah.
Never heard of it until today.
Really?
So, what I wanted to do is, for this topic, I'm like, I want the most obscure one that I can find that my Mariah Bain and Seraph probably haven't heard of. So, obviously Google gave me Meteor Man, and I started watching it. I'm like, it's not the greatest movie in the world, but it is a hero that now is cool. Like, they made 6 issues. Marvel made 6 issues after the movie, so that's why this qualifies. But Robert Townsend, he was the main man. Bill Cosby played in it. James Earl Jones.
You said Phil Cosby?
Yeah, Phil Cosby.
Okay, all right. Pronunciation's important on that first name.
No, it's Bill Cosby.
This power of naps.
But he played War Machine. Don Cheadle? Is that how you say his name?
Yep.
He played in this movie. So it was a bunch of black actors, and at that time, a black actor wasn't as common as it is now. And this movie really did a nice job with these guys. They did a nice job in it. It was, basically he was a mild-mannered school teacher, and he got hit by a glowing meteor. In the scene when he got hit, he goes up against a wall, and it's just oozing in his chest, and he's in so much pain. But there's this meteor in his chest, and he gets abilities where he can hear the thoughts of bad guys about to do bad things, and then if he touched a book, all of a sudden osmosis went right into his head. So it was a good movie.
That's cool. And
it was campy as hell, but it was an alright movie.
Yeah. I remarked when I looked up his powers, you have these black superheroes from the 90s. A lot of, there was a big boom in the in media for black comic book heroes kind of portrayed. You had Static Shock and some of those other guys, but a lot of them had electric based powers for some reason. I'm not sure what that's all about, but I noticed this character doesn't have that kind of stereotypical power. So it was really nice seeing that power set, and all that portrayed by a black actor and black character in comic books. So that's nice to see. I'm definitely adding that to my watch list for movies for sure.
Yeah, I think you would enjoy it. Like Mariah Bane's saying, it is campy, but it's one of those movies. Just throw it out there. Let's just watch it. You'll have a good time.
Yeah. What's really funny is because the little surprise one I was bringing up tonight is just coincidentally, it's called Mantis. M period A period N period T period blah blah blah. And it stood for mechanically augmented neurotransmitter interception system, and it's got this doctor who's paraplegic. He's in a wheelchair, and he designs an exoskeleton. He starts fighting crime. But what makes it interesting, a really strange coincidence, is it's the first live action on television black actor driven superhero show.
Wow.
It was the first one. It was the one they thought it was the like the first like superhero that was being led. I mean, there'd obviously been heroes before, but never one that was live action television show led by this. It was the actor is Carl Lumbly. Maybe butchering his last name, but everybody, he's played in a million things. He most lately or recently he played Isaiah Bradley in Captain America. The latest Captain America. He was the old Captain America that was imprisoned, the black Captain America that was imprisoned.
Oh,
it was that actor.
That's cool.
He also he was a main character in the show Alias. I don't know if you've ever watched Alias. If you haven't, you should watch that show. It's great. He's been in a million things. He played John's father in the Martian Manhunter's father in the Supergirl series, the WB Supergirl series. I don't know if you watched the Supergirl series, but John's is John Jones, how you pronounce this. But his father was on Earth and was having problems, and he's psychic and was causing all kinds of chaos. But it was not a great show. It only lasted one season, but
okay.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It was just kind of like a monster of the week. He was up fighting crime. The exoskeleton was kind of neat. It was a full exoskeleton. The neat part about it is it looked kind of like the exoskeletons they're working on now for people with mobility issues.
That's cool.
So it worked really good. He had a little metal. He had like a mask that had some. He could highlight different things with his eyes and stuff. But mostly the exoskeleton, what neat, gave him full function. So that was it's just a weird coincidence that we grabbed stuff from a similar era, talking about that, because it did have there was a big boom for that in the 90s.
Yeah.
Although I think I don't remember when that one came out.
It says 1994.
Yeah, 94. Okay, so yeah. And you recognize the actor. You probably looked him up there, Wayne, if you looked at him.
Oh, yeah, Carl Lumbly. Yeah, definitely.
He's been in a million things. He's a great actor. He does a lot of voiceover stuff for Marvel and DC stuff, too. So he's really good. But, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of these great shows, though. And it's funny, another one, out of all these discussions we've been having kind of off camera here about these shows, one we didn't mention, but it absolutely fits the bill, is Misfits.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
The Misfits is not a
British,
comic.
the British
I'm like,
one.
how the hell did we miss that one?
Yeah.
But yeah, not based on comics. So there's been some really good ones. Like in some of them, like I said, there's some of them out there that aren't based on comics that are absolutely based off the comic. They just didn't name the character the same thing. They wanted to do a little like what if, and they just didn't have the licensing for it.
Right.
But another one that was another franchise was the Unbreakable.
Oh, yeah, we got
and all of those.
This.
Now, did you guys like those movies?
I loved Unbreakable. Unbreakable was so good. I love that one. Split, I thought that was pretty good. I thought Split was not as good as Unbreakable. But man, Mr. Glass, I had trouble staying awake through it. I didn't think it had a great payoff. I really did not like Mr. Glass. We watched it the other night, and I thought it was bad. I'm sorry.
So that's a question. It's all the same actors as Unbreakable, correct?
Yes.
So what made the story so Unbreakable so great, but Mr. Glass so bad?
I think Unbreakable was more of the origin story of this hero that you got to watch kind of grow, but I think for Mr. Glass it fell off in that it just it felt like M. Night Shyamalan was trying to do another twist ending, and it didn't feel like it had the payoff it should have to me. I don't know. What do you
Mr.
guys
Glass,
think?
that's the third one. The one where at the end where the government is.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
government's the bad guy all along,
yeah.
and yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I don't like any of them.
Oh
I
no,
didn't
you
like
didn't
any of the
like
three movies.
Unbreakable?
No, I love the premise of the movies, and I'm an M. Night Shyamalan fan.
Yeah,
I like his movies.
I am too, yeah.
I found them all very slow. Like they're like, yeah, I'm ADHD as hell, so
yeah,
I'm like, if stuff gets slow, I'm like, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. Get to the good shit. Get to the good shit. You know, because I don't and like dialogue and stuff. I love good dialogue. This is
yeah.
why I watch Tarantino films and that type of thing. Because I'm not. It doesn't have to be all action for me. It could be a movie with no action, but it still has to be engaging. And I didn't feel like it was engaging.
Did you
What
see them when they
Unbreakable
came
had?
out?
What's that?
Did you see Unbreakable when it came out?
Yeah,
Okay, all right, fair
yeah.
enough.
It, but it was like I love the premise. I like the idea of this villain who has this affliction, and he's trying to look for the antithesis of him. You know, the if he exists, this other thing has to be exists, which actually is like a psychosis because it's completely untrue. He has an ailment. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's just psychotic, and he's looking for something that's not even based in reality. But then that shit happens. You know, and you're like, whoa. You know, like his disease is fully 100% realistic. You know, it happens. People have the frail bone disease, and
Mhm.
looking for somebody who's completely, immune to damage. That's just a psychosis. That's like a little kid's dream that gets stuck in the head due to their ailment.
yeah.
But then that actually happens. That's really cool. That's a neat idea. But I just felt that I'm a Bruce Willis fan, but I thought his character was just flat as hell. Like he's just this most like monotone. It's like he doesn't even want to be there. He does. I mean, obviously the character kind of didn't want to be there, but I don't know. It just didn't didn't love it.
Fair enough.
Didn't love
Fair
it.
enough. Fair enough. Well,
But
I did like in Split. I think there's some weird things as far as how they portrayed his ailment specifically. Um, I could see. I guess I could see uh Bruce Willis's character being real, but the Split characters, maybe his superpowers not being real, in kind of the third movie in Mr. Glass, how they kind of portrayed that. Like, hey, this is
mm,
all in your head. Like, Bruce Willis's
Yeah.
character, like, it was kind of proven that he did have these powers, and it
mhm,
wasn't some kind of, like, mind thing. I could see maybe the Split guy, but then once he's, like, digging into concrete and walking around the walls, like, it's pretty
yeah,
obvious this guy has some superpowers, and, like,
yeah,
this lady's just
but yeah,
gaslighting him, you know?
yeah. And the only thing I got from the Split movie is that anytime I was with this friend of mine. Anytime she started getting really nasty, I called her Patricia. That was the
That's
only
so
thing I got
mean.
from the Split movie.
That's
We
so
watched the
mean.
movie together, and every time something happened, I'd be like, "Look, Patricia."
All right, Mad
But
Maggie, okay?
yeah, and
Oh,
like that's not a new trope that
yeah.
different powers for for multiple personalities. The girl in Doom Patrol had it. I
Yeah,
thought it was much better done for
for
her.
sure.
Legion, Xavier's son,
Yep.
deals with the same kind of thing. So it's been done better. And like I said, the idea of them trying to tell us that he can get so adrenalized that he's clawing through cement, you don't you even if you were strong enough to claw through cement, your tissue is physically not up to the task. You know what I mean? You just don't your skin and everything else is not up to the task. So it's just meh. It's meh. Meh.
Yeah.
Who said this? Somebody in the chat said meh. It
Meh.
was Siren. Oh yeah, look, so
Yeah.
it's like
Meh.
exactly
Yeah. I
like
think we
meh.
can agree on the third movie. Maybe a little disagreement on Split, and I think
Yeah.
more More so with Unbreakable. I really did like Unbreakable, but
Yeah.
I was also really young, and there weren't, like, when I saw that movie, and there weren't many comic book movies at that time. So for me, it was a little bit more like, okay, well,
Right.
hey, you know, we don't have these comic book movies, but this is damn close like it, and it's got a little bit of a twist in it. So that part was cool for me. I thought I liked the twist at the end, you know, the whole 9 yards. That worked for me. So
Yeah, it's funny. It's like I really like everything about the movie except for the movie. I don't know if that makes sense, but like if you were to, but if I mean, if you explained everything the movie was about, the story, what's going on, why it's going on, I'd be excited to see that, but I just didn't feel like it was well put together. So I didn't like almost like it was poorly directed. Even though I'm not
Yeah.
Shyamalan fan, even though I'm a Shyamalan fan, I felt like it was kind of poorly put together. It didn't feel continuous. It felt like it was broken up, and I was
Yeah.
just like, I don't like that dark and broody shit either. Like that constant, like there's a haze through the entire film.
yeah, I
Like
get that.
I'm like, I don't know, it just
DC's played it
sets me
out too
off.
much too.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we got a subscription to one of these streaming services to watch Chronicle, but this is a little bit of a squirrel subject here. But you know, we just got finished watching the movie Elevation. Have you guys seen that?
I don't think so. Oh yes, with the
So
where they can't go past the one parallel, or those
yeah,
creatures are there. Yeah,
I
it's
th-
not a bad show.
I thought the movie was really good, but
I did too.
I was explaining the movie to a friend, and the more I explained it, the dumber the movie sounded. So like, honestly, that's a movie that it's like, yeah, the lady, she's been working on these batteries, and it just so happens the bad guy is a battery, and yeah, I guess Cobalt just explodes them because plot. It's like, oh wow, yeah, I guess the premise is really dumb, but it was an exciting movie.
Yeah, Anthony Mackie.
Yeah,
Yep.
Anthony
That-
Mackie.
that's
Was
a-
in it.
yeah.
that's a perfect example of the opposite.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
that was a movie that on paper is dumb as shit,
It's so
but
bad.
the movie was good.
Yeah,
It was a good movie. It
I thought
had
it was good. Yeah,
because it's well directed, it's well casted.
Marina Baccarin plays in it.
Which I mean, honestly, maybe call me a sucker, but I'd watch anything with Marina Baccarin in it anyway. Ever since Firefly, I've been a Marina Baccarin fan.
Did you like Gotham then?
What's that?
Gotham?
Yeah, Gotham wasn't bad. She came in much later
yeah.
Yeah, she
in,
did, but
in Gotham, but yeah, Gotham was great as long as you stopped thinking about it as being Batman.
yeah, it really had nothing to do with Batman, even though it was Bruce Wayne and Batman. But it just
Yeah,
you're right. It just and Penguin was not Penguin-ish.
yeah, it just
Yeah.
like I
Fish
said,
Mooney.
it was a good show as long as you
Yeah,
just
agreed.
tried to forget that it had anything to do with Batman.
hmm
So
Absolutely. All right, so
Yeah,
I have my wild card for this. Are we
All
good
right,
to move
what's your wild card?
past this one? All right.
of course, go for it.
All right. So I have the 1996, 1994. God, let me pull up my my note here on when this silly movie was released.
I know what you're gonna say.
Oh, girl, freaking! I have it in this chat, and I don't know where.
Do, 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 do.
All right. Anyway, so the 1994 Phenomenon, the movie Phenomenon with John Travolta. It's a romantic drama movie, but I think it hits the bill because George, our protagonist, gets struck by lightning and he gains the power of super cancer. So hear me out on this. So there's a character, he gets struck by lightning. You know, he's just a regular guy, but he gains super intellect, a super learning ability where he learns to beat this guy. Doctor is, you know, portrayed pretty smart. He's a good chess player, I guess, and John Travolta just starts beating him at chess. You know, that's how it starts. And he gains this super ability to learn. He has to learn Portuguese, and he grabs the book and he's just thumbing through it. And by the time they reach this house to this man who's got some strange ailment, he learns the Portuguese language, and he's talking to him, and he figures out what's going on. Super Cancer, Big Pharma would like to have a word with you. That's great. But yeah, he gets his super learning, and he learns Portuguese language, and he figures out some kind of food poisoning, and then he finds out that there's a kid out there, and he figures out generally where he's at, right? So they get in the truck, and he gains this ability of the super empathy, right? And in the meantime, he has like telekinesis. He can sense earthquakes before they happen. Like, he has some real powers in this movie Phenomenon. But he gains this super empathy. He feels the pain in his stomach and learns the direction of where this kid's at in this field, who's having this terrible ailment, and saves this kid's life. And unfortunately, he doesn't get to don a cape and cowl and fight crime, because unfortunately it's super cancer, and he wasn't gifted with the ability of healing himself from that cancer, so he just fucking dies at the end. But I think it's a superhero movie. The movie Phenomenon. It's a romantic
it's
drama,
horrible.
but
it is horrible. It's a terrible movie. Horrible movie. Like, abysmal movie. I've seen it. I'm aware of it.
Yeah.
I would have
But
cancer,
I would
and
support
save
the
the
superhero
kid.
case. I mean, I think it was very superhero-esque. I mean, but you also had like Powder, the same kind of thing. The little albino kid with electric powers.
Yeah.
What was it, Lucy? You got the movie Lucy, same kind of thing. She starts becoming, super
like that
intelligent.
movie.
Now she has all kinds of abilities, going off of that highly debunked 10% of your brain bullshit.
Yeah.
But it just
You got Carrie. That technically counts, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Although Carrie might be arguably
Yeah, I guess
a
there's
villain.
a book. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, no,
And
she
a
might be
book.
arguably
Yeah,
a
true.
villain. She's closer to Andrew in Chronicle.
Mm-hmm.
She's.
Well, yeah, she sure is. Did you see Darkman in 1990?
Oh yeah,
That's
that was
Liam-
Liam Neeson, right?
Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
And Bruce Campbell makes a little appearance.
We talked about Bruce in there, didn't we? Yep.
Oh, we sure did.
Bruce Campbell.
As soon as I saw Bruce Campbell in there, like, I'm sold. Movie. Want to watch it?
That Mantis show that I was talking about earlier, I forgot to mention. You said Bruce. Sam Raimi is the one that did that Mantis show.
He was in it too, wasn't he?
I don't remember if he was in it. I was little when I watched it. I didn't watch it recently. But yeah, Sam Raimi is the one who made the show. I just remembered it because I remember all these weird one-off cartoon or television shows that were like Manimal. There was a show called Manimal.
Yes, there was.
Which was corny as hell. We had this weird like superhero things. Even The Greatest American Hero was another one. It's a comedy, but it was a great show. I loved that show. And it was like the Green Lantern, same kind of premise. This guy gets this alien suit and it makes him a superhero, but the problem is he loses the instruction manual. So he has no idea how to use the suit. He doesn't know how to take off, he doesn't know how to land, he's crashing, he's clumsy. I mean, it's a full comedy, but that kind of shit it was a lot of that in that time, so.
That sounds like Gizmo Duck when he first got the suit.
Yeah.
Because he just said blather and blather skite, and all of a sudden he's got a suit on. He had no idea what happened, for one, and then, oh crap,
Scott,
what do I do?
Oh, Vargas, you're right. Brightburn. Yeah, we didn't get to it yet, but that's another kind of Superman clone type movie. But man, that was a ride.
Yeah, like I said, that was one of those ones I kind of labeled as a what if. They didn't get the licensing to call him Clark Kent, but it was absolutely a what if Superman was a raging psychopath.
Fargo, which one was Brent Spiner in?
Oh, I think that was we were talking about Phenomenon for that one.
No, it was your show.
Darkman?
No, John's.
Phenomenon.
Yeah, Phenomenon.
Phenomenon. Yeah. Phenomenon. Yep.
Oh,
Phenomenon.
Brent Spiner was in Phenomenon. That's good to know.
There we go. It's worth watching again, I guess.
I know, right?
I wouldn't do that if I had to.
It's Brent Spiner. I watched Night Court just to see him.
If I want Brent Spiner, I'm going to watch Independence Day and watch the alien talk through him.
I
smashed up against the glass.
Yeah.
Oh my
Independent. God. Yeah, Brent Spiner was in that. He was the crazy long-haired guy.
Yep.
No,
So-
I couldn't sit there and watch all of Phenomenon again, so I just went
No,
online and I was
fuck
like,
no.
synopsis of Phenomenon and what powers did John Travolta have?
I
Bad.
remember Brent Spiner played in a little bit of Star Trek Enterprise.
There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah, he played his own creator, Data's creator.
he sure did. And then a couple movies I have on here, I know we've all seen are Super and then Kick Ass.
I haven't seen
Yep.
Super.
You have not seen Super?
I've not.
You
yet.
would like. You might really like Super. It's different.
I think so. I think you would.
Yeah.
You know, we'll have
And
to
then
because it has the Dwight from The Office, right?
Yep.
So we're gonna have to do a watch party on the Discord because we have a lot of The Office fans in the Discord server. So we'll have to do a watch
That movie.
party.
He's not Dwight. Let me tell you that much.
No. All right. Hey, you know,
he's not
He's
Dwight.
the actor, but
Yeah. So I watch a little bit of his podcast. I'm trying to remember his name. Name is killing me.
we'll just say Dwight Schrute until we figure it out.
Yeah, I look at Rainn Wilson.
that's all I know him as.
Yeah, Rainn Wilson. But he has a
What a
lot
hippie
of. He's a very. I like the guy. He has a lot of really good things to say. He's got a lot of neat beliefs and stuff. I like the guy.
He just does not look like a Rain.
No, he doesn't.
When you look
He
at
does
him,
not
like
look-
that is not the name I think you are.
It's Rainn Wilson.
Yeah.
But yeah, just if. But you know,
And then,
one I thought of that might be the oldest example of a superhero created in media that wasn't from a comic is The Shadow.
The Shadow
Is it a-
knows.
It was
Ooh,
an old radio show, you know, The Shadow Knows.
Yep.
But it was just a radio program where they created this like detective shadow superhero kind of guy. I don't think he had any powers. He was just kind of like a do-gooder, Batman-esque kind of guy. But I think that's probably the first hero. I didn't look this fact up, but one of the first heroes that was created in media that wasn't created in a book or comic first.
Yeah.
But
Bless you.
Sorry.
I do want to go back real quick. I'm going to squirrel here. Since Vargo's part of our chat, I want to know if he remembers Mark from Norton Furniture.
Mark from, and you can count on it.
And you can count on it.
He was a different kind of guy.
I'm gonna get your juicy booty tonight, boy, and you can count on it. Sleep on my mattress.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm going to be sending you some links tonight, buddy.
Oh, sorry for what we've done to you, Scott. But yeah, there's did you guys? I don't know if this was based on a comic book or not, but I'm not gonna be able to think of the name of it. But Netflix had a superhero show where there was a whole superhero family.
The Incredibles?
No, it's
No?
live action. Jupiter,
okay.
Jupiter something.
Hmm.
Hold on.
I want to say Jupiter Rising, but that might be just
It might be.
completely
It might
wrong.
be it. No, it's not Jupiter Rising. That's the sci-fi.
Jupiter Ascending? There's a Jupiter Ascending with Channing Tatum and Mila Kunis.
No, it's Jupiter's Legacy. Is what it's called.
Okay.
But decent actors. Good. It was a good show. You guys should watch it. It's the only disappointing thing about it was that it only has one season. Came out in 2021. Holy shit, that's bright.
The sun.
Dark mode engaged. but yeah, it's got what's his name in it? It's one of the main characters. Josh Duhamel's one of the main characters. Maybe arguably the main character. But yeah, it was good. I liked it. They're like deciding like that they were the original heroes. Josh Duhamel and his wife, and they were the original heroes. Now the younger generation of heroes are coming up, and they're handling things kind of differently. Like, and the older generation is not sure if they agree, but because it's all about whether superheroes should kill or not, or kill the villains. It kind of has that old fight, but it was good. I like the show.
I think it's very important that we share Mark.
Oh Lord!
From
Is that his
Norton
real
Furniture.
email? Is that real?
Yeah. This was filmed in that warehouse.
Here you go, Bardo.
He had a warehouse that he did amateur filming in. Like they did little like horror movies and stuff.
All right,
I
we
met
gotta
him
play
multiple
this.
times. My ex
All
was
right.
what she was like a model actress, and she would go and have parts in these shows.
All right. Let's listen to this. Mark from Norton Furniture.
All right, let's hear it.
Good news for people that have credit problems. Norton Furniture is here for you. Now, seriously, if you can't get credit in my
I can't hear
store,
him.
I can't
you
either.
can't get credit
Oh no, I
anywhere.
can't hear him. But there he
My
is.
name is Mark.
Can
You can count
people
on it.
watching on Twitch?
Whoa!
That's all that is.
This man
Oh my gosh.
It's
Oh.
unbelievable.
Oh, Mark.
Yeah. The king of
Amazing
cringe
stuff.
advertising. One of those advertisement screen or videos. The king of cringe advertising. Oh,
And
that's
I
a
think,
title.
if I remember correctly, he was only at like the late night shows. I don't think he made it to prime time.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys probably suppressed the memories of some kind of traumatic event.
Yeah, like I
I'm
said
surprised.
earlier, it's crazy that Mariah Band did work for my sleep paralysis demon.
Yeah. Oh, did you guys watch that show, Evil?
Yeah.
Evil.
show
I know
Evil?
Vargo's watched it.
Mm-mm.
It was called Evil. It's this small unit is hired by the church to investigate people that might be possessed or anything else, and it's very obvious that there's real demons running around. Like you can see them. Like but the regular average people can't see them. Evil was really good. Vargo said he was really good. I highly recommend it. But there's literally a sleep paralysis demon in it named George. So good. Yeah, that's a great show. I really liked it. It's got what's his name? Last name's Coulter, the guy who played
Luke Cage.
yeah, Power Man. Luke Cage.
Yeah. Yep, it does.
Yeah. And the guy who played Harold in well, he's played in a lot of things. He played in Lost. He played in what's the show where the computer's watching everybody, and Harold and the ex special forces guy were running around. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's
It's
another
cross
good
between
show.
X-Files and Exercises.
Um,
Man, X-Files, Mulder and Scully. Scully not believing Mulder even though she's seeing all this paranormal shit.
Right.
yeah.
Person of
Crazy
interest.
thing.
Yes, that's a great show. You especially would love that show.
Person
Wayne.
of interest.
So basically, the government designs a program that can anticipate terrorist actions
Ooh.
No kidding.
by behaviors and patterns. And it looks through every camera, like phones, traffic cams. They can see through all of it. And it's using an algorithm to anticipate all of that. But it also can be used to anticipate crimes. But the government just doesn't want to use it to that level. They want to use it as more of a big brother type thing and blah, blah, blah. So the guy who invented it steals it, and he hires this guy to work with him, and they basically solve crimes. They before they happen, they go and get it done. It ran for a long time. Person of Interest was a long series. How many series?
It's like 6 years
Yeah, it was really good.
or 5 seasons. So 2011 through 2015.
Yeah, that was a good show. Yeah. Knight knew what it was too. Yeah.
Yep.
It's a good show. I liked it, but the same kind of thing. It was more along the lines of that was powerless do-gooders, but there's a case for them being superheroes in a way.
I mean, they're just tech
Jackass didn't have any
superheroes,
heroes.
really.
What's that?
Yeah.
They're just tech superheroes, really.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like, still have that. Like, superhero vigilante.
Not everybody has to have super cancer, turns out.
Not everyone has to have super cancer.
Yeah. But yeah, it was closer to a cop show. Like a procedural, that kind of thing, but it was good. Yeah, there's been some good ones out there, and then some really bad ones too, but I like some of the original. I think that's, like John said, he watched Chronicle recently, but Chronicle, when it came out, was like pretty different. There hadn't been anything like that. Found footage was still kind of a new thing.
Yep.
This idea of people randomly getting powers was the kind of things that I would daydream about, but hadn't been put out into mainstream media. Now it's rather rampant.
Yeah.
But
one would say there's a fatigue with superheroes at this time.
I disagree with that. I think there's a fatigue with bad storytelling.
That's fair. I agree with that.
I think you could do superhero movies until the end of time if you just do good storytelling, because it's always good. It isn't like that'd be like that to me. That's no different than saying there's a fatigue of stories that have men in it, or you know what I mean. That's an aspect of what they are. It's not. I don't know. I think it's just been really bad storytelling, and that people want to.
Well, I think a perfect example of storytelling fatigue is X-Men: The Last Stand. That was their first attempt at the Dark Phoenix saga, and they absolutely blew it. I mean, it had nothing to do with the characters involved. I think it was the storytelling, and I think you're absolutely correct.
It's just bad writing. The show. A lot of the movies are being written by people that didn't read the comics, and it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to follow the comic. It just has to be written by a comic book enthusiast, somebody who knows what it means to love a comic book. You can write a whole different story. I don't care if you make Jean's origin story different, her powers different, where she gets the Phoenix Force. I don't care about any of that. I'm not a stickler to making sure that you're hard on canon. Right. It's about capturing the essence of what a superhero movie or show is about, and that's why I don't like the whole DC Murderverse bullshit.
Yeah,
I got so tired of the dark DC crap. I'm like,
we're dark and gritty.
Yeah,
dark and gritty.
But
here's one. So I guess the predictor of if somebody's gonna commit crime or whatever could be like a tech superhero. Here's a supernatural one that's maybe a little bit of a wild card. Are you familiar with the TV series Early Edition?
Yeah, when he got the newspaper early, that was interesting.
The guy with the cat that would show up, and there'd be he would get tomorrow's newspaper today. And so he would be able to go throughout the day and like stop some of these things that bad happened in the newspaper, and the newspaper would change in front of him, once he resolved the issue.
I didn't watch all of that, but I've definitely seen a few episodes of that. But I remember it being out. I think that was right when I was in college, and I wasn't watching a whole lot of television at that point in my life.
It's fine as a few episodes. You don't need to see the whole thing. It's a very episodic show, like an issue of the week type of show. Don't go crazy in it, but it was a good show. I liked it. Yeah. It was fun as a kid watching that.
I like when shows have weird little things like that. That's just a cool idea, and it hasn't been done. Like, it's been done. The idea in concept may have been done before, but but just a while, like, guy gets his newspaper day early. That's cool. It's like, you ever see the movie Memento?
Yes,
where the guy loses his short-term memory, so he starts tattooing clues to what he's investigating on his body. So he wakes up and just reads his new tattoos, and a lot of times they're symbols. That's cool.
Vargo brings up the actor that played in that show, Kyle Chandler, and I can see the resemblance between Vargo and him for sure. I can see that a little bit. I can
too.
Yeah. You talking about that show though, Mariah Bain, reminds me of there's a skit online. Childish Gambino, he was part of this sketch comedy group on YouTube for a while, but there's a skit where this guy was like, I can't remember anything, but I left tattoos all over my body, kind of spoofing that idea. But it was the thing is, your roommate's trying to get you to suck his dick, and he's like reading all these clues, and he's like, you forget everything after a couple seconds, but don't worry, he's gonna try and make you suck his dick, and he's like,
God,
he like talks to his roommate. His roommate comes around the corner. Hey, how's it going? How you doing? I have this mouth-based video game for you to play, and he pulls up his sleeve, and it says, "It is not a mouth-based video game. He's trying to get you to suck his dick." It's a hilarious sketch,
God.
and then he like gets like sidetracked by something. He's like, "Hey, come on over. I got something to show you." Oh, okay, buddy. What a funny. Anyways, real side tangent there on that one.
Too funny.
oh,
I like Childish Gambino though. He's funny sometimes.
Yeah. Yep.
But, yeah. Well, I said it. You guys that are in Twitch, you guys think of any superhero shows that were never a comic first, like that came out? Anything we haven't mentioned? I don't know if there's. I know there's a lot of them we've kind of probably missed or overlooked, but
yeah, because there were quite a bit.
yeah. I like to see
Derek
one that keeps
Comedy
popping
was
into
the
my head.
comedy group for
What's
that
that?
one. Derek Comedy was the comedy group for that YouTube sketch thing. Really good.
One that pops into my head, but I don't think it was a. I don't know if I can really call it a superhero movie, but I think of oh, now the name of the show is going to jump out of my head. The one where those girls are in the insane asylum and you can't tell if they're really doing these fantastical things or they're
it's got Brittany Murphy in it.
Yeah,
Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
Girl Interrupted is what I was thinking.
Oh no, Sucker Punch. That's a movie that is like some people like diametrically hate that game or that movie. I loved it. That was a great movie.
It was cool.
But,
it was really cool.
Yeah, it was neat. I'm like, but I just didn't understand why it got so much hate. Like people, I hate
for no reason.
it. I'm like, I really liked it.
Yeah, I like the a lot of the times it was just I think the translation, it's how the girls kind of she interpreted the world to get through some of these traumatic things, and kind of an escapism.
They were just enduring these horrible things and going somewhere else, but the outside influence, what was happening, still affected their fantasies. So they just created these giant scenarios. I don't know. I thought it was great.
I thought it was really good. Yeah. It was the first movie that felt like a video game movie in a way to me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was cool. All the scenarios were sweet too, like the Nazi zombies or something, and the big Ronin guy. Oh man, that was a good one. That's worth a rewatch for me, I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I just thought of it. I wouldn't mind rewatching that one myself. There was a lot of nuance in that one that I would kind of like to look at through my. Like I saw when it came out, and I'd like to see it now with my a little bit more analytical viewpoint on things.
Yeah, there's a show that it had the kind of the same graphic style. It's called Casern. It's based off a Japanese anime. It's like a 1 hour movie. It was in Japanese, maybe Korean. I'm not 100% sure on that. But man, that was a really, really cool little movie at the time. I don't think the graphics hold up. The storyline was weird. But they're basically enhanced humans where he's been enhanced to a point where he has to be contained in like a power suit or his body's just going to explode. But there's some cool scenes and, some weird, like kind of mutated, like a mutated race kind of vibe to it. Where the humans are trying to I think it's CAS. Let me see. I'll get back to you on that.
All right.
It's a I'm sorry, CASSHERN. Cashern. There's some animes in different areas. It's pretty popular over in Japan, I believe. But there was a live action thing done. Kind of reminded me a lot of Sucker Punch in kind of the way it was filmed. Some of the over the top action with it. But
yeah, I've seen some like cover art for that show.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one, remember, you ever watch Transor Z?
Tranzor Z. Not familiar.
Yeah, that
No.
was another. The character looked very. I think it's that one looked similar. He used a mecha, but the main character that what he looked like when he was in his outfit reminded. It just made me think of it. Of course, everything I look at is showing me the robot, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, the character that got in the robot.
Tranzor Z.
It was a good one. It was an old Shogun Warriors type. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Shogun Warriors, the Mecha Shogun Warrior shows. They were old anime.
Mm-mm.
All right, nerds. I think we've had a good
Yeah.
stream. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of neat stuff in this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could probably talk about any one of those shows in depth, but it's nice to just kind of glaze over them or graze over the whole topic as a whole.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. That was
I
a
don't know
great
if anybody's going to Fan Expo this weekend, but I'll be up at Fan Expo Friday night and all day Saturday. So
And I'll be there on Saturday.
yeah,
Nice.
come say hi or something.
Man, we'll have to figure out what we're going to talk about next week. I think
Yeah.
Swingo's Darkwayne's turn to come up with a topic.
Let me guess, someone's going to be something with a duck.
Well, actually, I think it's yours, Seraph, because remember I did the If Then, and then Mariah
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Oh, that's right.
We'll have to come up with something good. I haven't even thought about it, what we're going to talk about next.
And then we got to try to figure out if we're going to Montreal in June.
Yeah, that's true. For the Dead by Daylight 10th anniversary up in Montreal, there's going to be a party up there.
Nice.
I don't know if we can get Mariah Bane into Dead by Daylight. Maybe he'll want to go too.
Man, there's lots of good reasons to go to Montreal, but Dead by Daylight isn't one of them. How many?
That's what Brandy says. Brandy still wants to go to Montreal with us, but she doesn't want to do what we're doing.
No.
But I was actually just getting ready to start that Free Run show.
Oh, Free Run's pretty sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
The anime I was gonna watch next.
Yeah.
But if you guys watch any, we can talk about it another time. But real quick, another one, comedic comedy animation, but fun. If you guys watch that Haunted Hotel at all?
Yes, I did watch that.
It's fun. Like that. It's really fun show. It's about a family that just buys a haunted hotel, but it's good.
Yeah, I know we're about to end this, but I have to know, Mariah Bane, did you do the homework assignment? Did you watch full episode of One Punch Man?
One Punch Man.
So,
so
I forgot about this, but here's the thing. Here's the thing,
guys. Okay.
I got completely distracted by this ridiculous thing on YouTube called One Punch Man. Have you seen this?
One Punch Man.
I have not.
It's fucking hilarious. Like, it's got this. It's just this Hispanic gentleman, and he's wearing like a flannel, but he's got the cape with the buttons and the cape on, and the boots and the pants, and he was interacting with Shazam or no, Black Adam in the one I watched, and Black Adam's being a monstrous villain type guy, and by the end, at the very end, Juan's like, and just smacks him and he goes flying off. But I don't know. I mean, it's possibly kind of in poor taste, but I got completely derailed.
That's great.
That,
you know what? That's a worthy derailment. I think.
They're funny to watch, but at least the gentleman who's putting them together is the correct person if anybody was going to put those together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
So, but yeah, to use the pun in a acceptable way.
Yeah. Yep. Awesome. Good stuff, nerds. All right. Yeah. Well, this has been awesome. Mariah Bane, I'm going to give you that homework again. Just one episode, man. I'll tell you what. It plays on so many tropes, and it's more a comedy than a superhero.
I could have just told you. Yeah, I watched it, and at the end, he punched that guy. And you wouldn't have known if I did or not.
That's true. That's in the end, usually it's not about punching the guy. It's about, what do I do now? Oh,
No,
man.
I will try. I
All
promise.
right. He said, I'll try.
I'll try.
All right. All right. I'll
promise
let you
to
off
try.
the hook. All right. Sounds good,
All right,
nerds.
guys.
All right. We will catch y'all later. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out for the powwow. Make sure to follow, like, whichever platform you're on, subscribe, do all the things. Click the buttons, check the bells, ring the doobly-doos, all this stuff, We appreciate y'all. We love you guys, Thanks for hanging out with the Nerd Powwow. We'll see y'all later.
See ya.
Thanks, Pete.
Bye.
See you guys.
Well, step aside and watch how my adoring fans flock to me.
Garfield 1, 2, 3, 2, 3.
Garfield 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Now, since Siren Storm messaged first on here, I've got a question for her.
Ooh.
Garfield, wait a minute. Sing it again. Garfield 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay. What was that for?
It was either you can ask her.
Yeah, let's see if Siren Storm knows. Do 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 do. I don't either.
All right.
Well, all right, Ryban, you seem to know.
I was close. I thought it was a roofing company, but it was a siding company.
Oh,
wow, I was thinking like life insurance or something.
Oh no, it was I thought it was a roofing company, but it was a siding company.
Siren, believe it or not, it had nothing to do with Garfield the cat.